Hello everyone, it's Valter from Zelcore Flux-Eth team, and today I'm going to make a quick short video guide to teach you how to install a Cadena full chain web node on Flux node. So if you are a Flux node operator, you receive extra rewards in Cadena coins for being part of our network and also for being running this specific app on your node. So let's follow it.
Okay, so before I started, I just want to mention 2 or 3 things. First one, really important. Yesterday, Daniel announced when it's going to be made our next snapshot for Flux token release. If you can check on our YouTube Flux Labs, it was a AMA Power Hour with Daniel, and Daniel announced that Flux snapshot for the next token, it's going to be Flux-ETH. It's going to be made on May 15th, so in 1 month. So how it's going to work? Same way that was with the Flux-KDA, just with a small change. So for this Flux-ETH snapshot, it's going to be made both on the Flux chain for the Flux holders to collect who are the Flux holders, but also on the Cadena chain to check who are the Flux-KDA owners on the snapshot. So both coin and token owners will be qualified to receive the Flux-ETH tokens. It will be the same way, around 10% of your what you are holding, you will be able to claim on the Flux Zelcore Fusion app. Okay, so this is first thing I want to mention, and I believe it's really important. You have 1 month, you still have 1 month, but it is the time to try to grab all the Flux you can to get the extra reward for the Flux-ETH. Also, really important is if you are already older, what can you do to get extra Flux every day? It's being part of our decentralized network by running a Flux node. And you can go to any Flux node by running on your browser home.runoflux.io. You will be connected to one of the computers that are inside our decentralized computational network, and you have the dashboard that I already mentioned in a previous video, where you can press it, you wait for the overview to load that shows how many nodes are currently running, what are the amount of each tiers, and the economic part. That is, I believe, one of the things that most of the people want to know. And how can you get extra Flux? By running a Cumulus node that you need to have 10k Flux, or by running a Nimbus that you need to have 25k Flux, or by running a Stratus that you have to hold 100k Flux. So this partnership with that we made with Cadena, I believe it was in October 2020 that was made, bring additional coin rewards for our Flux node operators, but only if you are running a Nimbus or a Stratos node. Also, something that I want to mention is if you are running a Nimbus on a Raspberry Pi, this will not work for you. It's not possible yet to run the Cadena chain web nodes on a Raspberry Pi. In the future, we will see. I hope it will be possible also. So for the others that are running on normal computers or on a VPS, you can run the Cadena Chain Web node that I'm going to teach you how on a Nimbus node or on a Stratus node. And what are the expected rewards? We sent to the Flux node operators that are running this application uh, and that are eligible, that are some parameters that are checked, needs to have a uptime of higher than 95% of running this application. So it needs to be running full time basically. So this is there is a distribution made every Tuesday to the Flux node operators that are running this Cadena Chain Web node, and for those you can check on the dashboard economics what are the expected rewards both on Flux and also on KDA coins that you are going to receive by being running this application. Okay, so as you can see, a Nimbus will get monthly around 550 Flux and around 25 KDA coins, and a Stratus will receive monthly around uh, around 1,500 Flux and 100 KDA coins. So this is the part that I want to show you before I go specifically to the guide that I'm going to present you next. So uh, I have one node from myself that I have in here, and I am already logged in. So the first part is you need to install a Flux node. If you don't know how, it's really easy. You go to our Discord. It's Discord slash runonflux.io, and you enter our Discord, and we have lots of channels, but one of the channels is called Node Support. On Node Support, on the top, you will find, and also on the first pinned message, the Flux node setup. This is a medium guide that explains you everything from the beginning till the end. How do you become easily a Flux node operator? Okay, so if you have doubts, you can also put your doubts on the video, and I can guide you if you have any problem. So this is a really easy medium guide that shows you what is needed and how do you become a Flux node operator. I am already a Flux node operator. This is one of my Flux nodes that I am running on the network. And what do you need to do if you want to get the Cadena rewards by running the Cadena Chain Web Node app on your Flux node? First thing that you need to do is you go to the Flux admin and press Manage Flux. In here, you will see running Cadena node makes you eligible for Cadena rewards. Adjust your Cadena account and chain ID to ensure the reward distribution. So the only thing that you need to put in here is basically your Cadena account that you can get easily on the Zelcore wallet. You press the Cadena, or you add the Cadena to your assets. You press the receiving button, and it will show up the account. You just click on it. It will copy to the clipboard the account, and you paste in here, and you just press update Cadena account. After you update Cadena account, you go to the apps, you press local apps, and as you can see, there are 4 tabs. This one is the running. There is no running application on my node, so I will go to see if there is any install. It's also none installed, and there is the available. There are currently two applications that I can install on my node. One is Folding at Home. If you don't know what is folding at home, I suggest you to Google it. But basically, it's a application that you run it, you will be helping to find solutions for cure for diseases. This was our first uh, POC, I would say a POC from Flux, and we had great success running folding at home and lots of nodes, and we created team on folding at home, and we in 2 or 3 weeks were in the first we are really high number, really high qualified team in there just by running for 2 or 3 weeks in our nodes. But let's focus on what we want. As you can see, there is the Cadena Chain Web node in here. What you need to do is just press install. And yes, install. And it will start installing the Cadena Chain Web node on your node. Remember, this will only work if you have a Nimbus node, 25k flux, or a Stratus node, 100k flux needed. Okay, so it's installing and it's basically showing the log of installation. This will take basically around 4 or 5 minutes. I will stop it and continue after so you can see what is the message when it's ended. Okay, see you shortly. And we are back. So as you can see, last message in here was success. Flux app Zelka and Shame web node successfully started. So it's already installed and started. So I'm going to scroll up again. And if I go now to the running, it's already showing that is running the application. So first thing, really important. After you install it, you will not be able to visit the application, and it will show if you go to the installed and press manage. It will show starting, and after some time it will show unhealthy for few hours. It can take a day to become healthy. Why? Because on the first run after the installation process, only on the first run, before it starts the chain web node itself, it's downloading a bootstrap from Flux servers to speed up the sync of the full node. And this bootstrap has already around 17 gigabytes, so it can take a bit to download to your VPS. So what I always say on the node support channel is you install it and just leave it running for a day. Don't touch anything. Don't worry if it says starting or it's unhealthy. For a day, don't worry. What you need to do is after a day, you check, you go to the apps, local apps. Sorry, I'm already in there. You go to the running and you press visit and you see if it opens already uh, uh, a page that will show you what is the Block-8 of your Cadena Chain Web node. So you can also compare it with the Cadena Explorer to see if it's sync with the Cadena Explorer, if your node is 100% sync. Also, you can always go to the installed, press manage. This is what I have told you about this first node, that first start that takes time. It's all written in here in the description. You can also check the log file. If you press the log file, you will see it's downloading the bootstrap, and it's going to take around half an hour to download it. So some people freak out a bit when they say it's starting and see an LT after, and they start restarting the app. That will cause damage. Don't do it. Install it and leave it running for a day, and after one day, what should you do? Simple. You go to a Flux page that we have created an API that is called, you can go on your browser to api.flux.zel.network/cadena. And in this page, there are the total amount of KDA nodes running on the Flux network. So around 600. So in here, it's really simple. I'm not going to put mine. I'm just going to collect one that is it's in here. But you can grab your IP of your Flux node and put on the type to search. And after one day, if it's showing in here, okay, means that everything is running properly. So what else that can you do in here? As I mentioned before, the distribution for the Flux node operators that are running the Cadena chain web node, the Cadena coins distribution is made every Tuesday. So every Tuesday we make a snapshot of all the Flux node operators that are running the Cadena chain web node, and we see what is the weekly uptime when we made the snapshot. And only if you have more than 95%, you will be eligible to receive the Cadena coins. Don't forget, this is really important. If you have lower, you will not receive the coins. Also, really important, the part that I show first, you need to go to the Manage Flux and set your Cadena account where you want to receive your rewards. If it's not in there, you will not be qualified. You will be running the Cadena chain web node and you will not be rewarded. Okay, so I think I have mentioned everything about how easy it is to install the Flux Cadena chain web node. After it's running, one of the things that you can do is just what I do is time to time I uh, go to the local apps on my node and I just go to the visit that now probably is not it will be not working because it's not running yet, but I compare the block 8 with the Cadena Explorer. And also something that I do sometimes is after I open the page, I do after a time a refresh and check if the numbers are updating. If they are not updating for long time, it means your node is stuck. So how do you solve it? That part really simple. You just press on installed tab and you press restart. After you press restart, it can take 1 hour, 2 hours for your node being running again properly, but it will start syncing again. Okay, this was just a tip if you have problems, but on the latest release of the Docker, these I believe are almost 100% fixed, almost, so it can still happen. But as you can see, it's really easy to be part of these be part of get these extra rewards, these Cadena coins. So what else I want to give you on this guide is tell you that we released the Zelcore Fusion desktop release, and it's this last weekend, last Saturday. And on mobile version, it's going to be live probably today or tomorrow. It's already on review on the App Stores and Google Store. And this Cadena partnership is really, really important to us. We are really proud to work with Cadena team. They have a great team, and we. I would like to say this. You know that English is not my my native language, so I hope I don't say any word that is not 100% accurate. But uh, uh, we are trying to bring to you on the Zelcore. What I'm going to say is the next gen exchange experience by integrating the Cadena DEX. We are working hard to make it really polish and to be a great experience for the users to do exchange on the Cadena DEX. So stay tuned. We have lots of mediums talking about our relationship with the Cadena and our partnership. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial. If you want to learn more about Flux, you just go to our website, runonflux.io, and we have everything together in there. If you want to try out uh, our Zelcore wallet, you can do it by entering on our new Zelcore website. It's on zelcore.io. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope to see the number of Flux nodes rising until the Flux-ETH release. Flux-ETH, sorry, it's how you spell it in English. Uh, let's have a good number of nodes running. Remember that we also announced that until the end of the month, we are planning to launch a beta on the Flux network for websites hosting on the Flux. So stay tuned for everything that is about to happen on our network. Thank you very much for your time. Bye bye.